Hey guys, this is Peter. Knowing that the next event is fortification, I thought that this would be the best time to make a video to help explain how you should be building your base. If you follow this video, you will not only have a stronger base and a more effective base when it comes to wars and events, but you will also level faster. A very common mistake when making bases is that people tend to build out too much. This is a mistake that I personally made. I built out to this very last island, so as you can see, I've completely taken out these last two islands. My perch is still there, yes, mainly because I want the XP, and it's just one less dragon I have to run for multipliers every day. Also, when it comes to PvP events, it helps to put one island, one tower only, whether it be level 1 or whatever, just to slow down your opponents running your base on this very last island. But regardless, we're not going to talk about that today. So as you can see, I've shortened my base. I'm actually, since I'm level 300, I'm going to look at a smaller player's base, one who has a very good setup. A lot of players on our team have a great setup. I don't have the time to go through everybody's, but for now we're going to look at Seph's base. So she is level 200. So let's just find her here. She has agreed to let me look at her base and talk about it. So I'm going to just go. It won't let me attack her, but this is the best way to look at her base. So let me just pull her up. There she is. So this is Seph's base. She has a very, very effective base. I'm actually going to look at a better view. For now, you can look at this view. I'm going to change it in a second. So as you can see, being in level 200, she could quite possibly have a base that goes all the way to the far island, but she hasn't. She's reduced her base size to just the 5 major parts, the 3 major islands. So let me change the view here, just so it's a bit easier. So the dragon's going to be coming up. Yes, she does have a perch right here, but basically this is where her base starts. So when you're setting up, it's always more difficult to take out these smaller bases because of the level of the towers. The longer the base, usually the smaller the level of the towers, and it's easy to take out. Those who have run bases with me and seen me run with my Morphos or my Ferga, you'll see I take out towers with one shot. So that's something you want to avoid. You want the higher levels compact, and that'll help your bases last longer. So basically, if you look at this setup, a few things you want to look for. So these storm towers, she has a level 39 storm tower here, which is great. That'll protect every tower except its own, make them invincible temporarily. Another 2 things you're looking at is a blue mage tower and the red mage tower. This will prevent your opponents from using rage. Also, when defending, you can the super shot of these mage towers will actually take away the rage of the dragon coming in. So a dragon without rage, even a strong emerald dragon or obsidian dragon, can be taken down. Obsidian on a level 200 base would probably rip right through regardless, but still it's less likely to do so if it does not have rage. Next thing is, since the last update, these flak towers. They are very, very powerful. You can go through with an emerald dragon, a garnet dragon, and a few shots from this, whether it be super shot or not, will take that dragon down. So ideally you want this flak cannon to survive with the dragon coming in having no shield, so it can get a few shots off. So she has a blue mage tower, which will get rid of the shield. Another option instead of the blue tower would be something like a cannon. A cannon can also, with a super shot, take out a shield. The only problem with that option is that you need someone defending and someone to use a super shot on that cannon for it to be effective. In this case, having the blue mage tower will ensure that they cannot engage their tower as long as that blue tower is their shield, as long as the blue tower is still sitting there. The red spells usually are destructive and they'll take things out in one shot. The red tower will prevent that from happening. Now look at the positioning of her towers. She has the red mage in the back and the blue mage tower in the front. And then she has a storm tower in the middle. She could change the positioning of her storm tower. It's fine where it is. I usually tend to put it in the center as well. That way I guarantee all 4 towers surrounding it get the protective shield. Another option is putting it in the back. That way if someone comes in with Canaris, who has the invincible shield and the invincible dodo, in order they will always take out the storm tower first. So if the storm tower is at the back, it just gives you more time to take out that dragon before they do too much damage on your actual base. But that's just one option. So, storm tower in the front, in the back or in the middle, and then the blue tower, she has it here at the front. Once again, another good option. Anyone who, once again, has seen me run bases with something like Sage or Chimerack, you'll see me come in and I'll have my blue spell engage before I actually hit the range of the blue tower. So if the blue tower is at the back, I can actually do a lot of damage, whether it be using Havoc or Chaos or Explosive Shield or Thunderstorm. If the tower is at the front, they have less time to do that. They have to be really good on the timing to be able to fit that extra spell in. So you want to keep it at the front. If it's at the back, there's many spells that can immobilize it, and you're just giving them more time to do that. The red tower, mage tower, is always best at the back, just because of the protective shield. If you see the rim here of the red shield here, I would probably suggest moving this red mage tower and switching it with the fire turret, just because if you see here, this flak tower is just barely out of range of this red tower, but positioning wise it is in a very good place. So this is a good setup. I like these setups for the towers. We're going to go back a bit. If you look here, very similar setup. Instead of having the blue mage tower, she does have the cannons. Now, the cannons probably a little at the front would be a little better. I would switch the positioning of the ice turret with the cannon tower, just because ice turret has a further range and it does more damage generally than the cannon. And you want the dragon coming in to have no shield by the time it gets to the turret. So the positioning that she has now, the dragon could quite possibly have a shield by the time it gets to that turret, and you want to avoid that. You want it to have to go through the cannon first, so the cannon can quite possibly take out that shield, and the ice turret can start doing damage from the beginning. But other than that, instead of something like a storm turret, she has a I don't know how to pronounce this, trebuchet. Well, this will immobilize the dragons, so it'll make it so the dragon cannot shoot if it gets its super attack in. So that's being used instead of this storm tower. And then we have the red mage tower, which once again will help prevent the other dragon from using one island destroyers for raid spells. Now, another good thing you want to look at is this island right here. This actually, we had a big discussion in our chats about where the best place for the resources is, and we all decided that this small island is better. The reason that we think this is better is because they have less time to take it out. Now, the farms and mills have the most HP or life points of any other building in your defense. So even if a dragon rips through your entire base, usually, especially when you get to my level, 300 or higher, usually the farms are the only thing surviving. You have level 50 farms, which is right now currently the max level for your farms, but they are very tough to take out without extra rage spells. So these 4 farms together, once again, the 4 super shots will make them heal each other. So if they're in each corner like this and you put another tower in the middle, now you have a few choices. One, I've seen some people put a flak in there. So the players coming in will focus on destroying that flak instead of going for the farms and then move on to the farms after, and might not have enough time to take them out. Another option is like Seth has here, a red mage tower. Once again, one of the higher HP defense towers. Another option is a storm tower or storm turret, which will put a shield on your farms to help them last longer. I personally, on my base, I prefer to put the red tower, and that will avoid dragons like Joel and dragons that have death gaze. So you want to avoid the red spells that will one-shot your towers out. Now they do have a lot of spells that are white, the white colored rage spells that you can't avoid, but we do our best to at least take care of the red spells, so don't get too picky. Also, when defending, please make sure this is a main island you want to look after. You want to put the shield on this island, and then you just want to drop as many hammers as possible on and keep that health going. Once again, super shots on farms help heal the surrounding buildings, so super shot on those, plus the hammers, plus the shield, which adds 30% defense on the buildings, will help make those survive when players are raiding your base. Now, this is her last island, this long island. A lot of people, I noticed, they put their resource towers back here. I used to do that as well, but you're basically giving them a runway so they can build up rage and destroy it as well. Here they don't have as much time before the curve into this last island. So try to move it to the smaller base, and that way they're more likely to survive. And always keep them together, all 4 together. So if you look here, she has lightning towers now. Once again, if you look at the positioning of her mage towers, this is great. Once again, at the back here, I'd probably switch the blue and the red mage tower here. But the blue is preventing the shield. The red is preventing the island destroyer rage spells. So she has a few lightning towers here. You want to make sure that these lightning towers stay as close as possible, or else they mean nothing. One lightning tower does close to no damage, but the more that are together, the better and the stronger they will be. I would usually recommend that you don't have more than 3 together, just because it's done by section. So if you see on one part of an island there are 5 slots, and if you put 3, that leaves you room to put a storm tower, a mage tower, other defensive spells to help them survive longer or actually make damage to those dragons that are flying in. So if you put 5, it makes it very easy to just immobilize that entire island before any of them get any shots in. You have new spells like Earthquake, the Freeze. It'll just take out that entire base, and then those towers will be dead by the time they get one shot off. So, or destroyed before they get one shot off. So it's always good to make sure that you have mage towers in there to protect your bases. So I spent a lot of time looking at bases among our team, and I just wanted to make sure that you all know that you should not be building up past this island unless you're in a much higher level and these towers are already max for the level you're in. You want to build up, not out. So that'll help you level faster, and it'll make your base a lot stronger as well. And so most of you could probably get your building to level 30 or higher. If you're the same level as Seth here, probably your max level is 42 or 43. I'm guessing probably 43. So you want to start leveling everything up to the maximum level for your level before you start building new towers. So I hope this video helped. If you have any questions in game, feel free to text me, and I'll leave it at that. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and let's have a great new year. Bye for now.